Hey everyone, I'm here with Michael Amadi, an award-winning songwriter, singer, pianist, composer, and performer, which is pretty impressive.
Hi there, thank you. Hi, Sophie, thank you for having me. So I was born and raised in Florence, in Italy, and I moved to London. I moved to London where I live now 5 years ago to pursue a musical career. So I got into university here in London, and I graduated in songwriting, and then I got my master degree from London College of Music in orchestral compositions and so today I actually work in different projects, and I do a little bit of everything, to be honest. So yeah, I'm a pianist. I work as a resident pianist for different companies here in London, as a composer for multiple projects, and yeah. Definitely, yeah. I think I got into music when I was really young. I always like to say that my musical career actually started in church because I used to play guitar and the organ when I was 8 or 9. But yeah, I mean, it's something that I always wanted to do. I actually started studying guitar when I was 6, and then I switched to piano when I was later on when I was 11. And I don't know, I guess from there it's always been all about the music anyway. So, I was singing in choirs and performing and learning all about the instruments, and then again writing songs and really be on stage. So yeah, it's been a journey so far. And yeah. I don't know, like, well, I'm a pianist mainly and a singer-songwriter. So I don't know, I've always looked up to artists such as, I don't know, like Elton John, John Legend, Stevie Wonder, but then again, Michael Jackson. I mean, like so many different artists to write my own music anyway, which I would define like a mixture of, I don't know, pop, soul, a little bit of soft rock, maybe. I mean, this is always like, I'm always a different, um, a hard question to answer, but I think like a little bit of everything, to be honest. And you know, I think whatever I do, I always want to try to convey some messages and kind of to inspire people because um, I strongly believe that music can actually encourage and inspire and comfort people if you want. So these are like kind of my main inspirations come from those artists that deliver that message with their music as well. Yeah. Let me think about this. Okay, so the main thing that I've learned, well, I don't know, like over the year that I spent in London, like I definitely learned that uh, time is precious and it needs to be used wisely. Uh, it's like kind of walking on a fine line between waiting and taking the time to improve and work on your craft and practice and make sure that you actually the best you can be at what you do. And then the opposite, so always like kind of be present and be there and go for something even though you think you're not completely ready for it, and kind of learn on the job as you go. So this has happened to me like definitely more time that I can count right now, that I can remember. But definitely, is that kind of feeling of like learning to be comfortable in an unsafe and in uncomfortable like situation, and kind of have to learn from it and come out on the other side, be stronger than you were before. I don't know, like during my journey, there has been like so many different moments that I can remember. Off the top of my head, I would say um, I once found myself in New York um, playing some music, and this was for a client of mine that I met when I used to be in Florence. That he listened to my music, he loved that, and he offered to fly me over. It was New York for 5 days, and then Portland, Oregon, um, for 10 days. Um, and that was such an incredible opportunity for me. All of a sudden I was on the other side of the world. It was my first time in the States, and I was like there was this moment where I was like in my hotel, and I had like the whole view of Manhattan, and I was like, you know actually thinking, why did I end up here? What am I doing here? And that was just amazing. That kind of feeling where you feel like everything is going in the right direction, and you kind of have to trust the journey as well. But then again, there has been like so many. Um, I recently performed at the Royal Albert Hall for the first time,
Yeah.
and I got to play. I got to play one of my composition with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra on stage, playing the piano. And then again, that was huge. I had just finished my master in orchestral composition at London College of Music, and all of a sudden, I find myself on one of the most important stage in London with one of the most important orchestra playing my music. So that was really hard to process. But then again, it goes to shows that it's all about trusting the journey, and trusting the time that it takes to get from point A to point B. You gotta go for it, and everything at the end makes sense. So you kind of have to trust the journey and enjoy it. Literally every step, it's meant to serve, to help you, like kind of in preparation for what's gonna come next. So.
So if you could tell us a little bit about One Orchestra and how that started and what it's about.
So OneOrchestra was an idea in the back of my mind that I had for like years, and again, I waited, and I kind of like visualized that in my head, and last year I decided that I was ready, so I started to work on it, and I finally created this vision that I had, which eventually transformed into OneOrchestra. And yeah, basically it's like it's an ensemble of musicians from around the world, literally from everywhere, and we come together to play original music, which can be my original music, or collaborating with different artists and singer-songwriters to kind of create orchestral renditions, or like kind of strings versions, if you want, of the original music. But again, as well as covers. So we do a little bit of everything. We enjoy like music, and perform it together in different ways. So trying to be unique in that way. The latest project with OneOrchestra is an orchestral rendition of Stand By Me. So to do that, we got 73 musicians from over 30 nations. They all came together to kind of, spread this message of hope and unity, especially at a time like this. I think it's necessary to. We've got as creative people, as artists, we've got this responsibility of using our talents and skills to do something that can help, hopefully, someone else. So I thought that Stand By Me was the perfect song to do that, and it actually just started as an idea. I started composing the song, and once the arrangement was finished, I sent it out, and the response was incredible. As I said, like 73 musicians came, and they all did the part. So they read the scores, and they added even more to what I did, and just being able to create this connection between people from everywhere, because we got people from I don't know, from Russia to China, from New York to Australia, so literally from everywhere. And seeing all these people coming together for one cause was really inspiring to me. The purpose of the project is to inspire people, to remind them that they're not alone in this, and that we actually all together, not be afraid to reach out to somebody that can help, and you know, like stand by each other at a time like this. So yeah, the song actually raised money for the Masks for NHS Heroes, which provides equipment for doctors and nurses that are currently working in the hospitals trying to, you know, on the fight against the COVID-19.
Was it hard to organize? I mean, 73 musicians is a lot of people.
It is. But the cool thing was that we did everything step by step. As I said, it wasn't really, we didn't like, you know, I didn't start the project aiming of getting all those people. It was just like, right, I've got this music. I think some people could join in and play this track. And next thing I know was like so many people was like, hey, because I thought that the arrangement was actually thought to be just for strings at the beginning, so just for violins, viola, cellos, and double bass. But you know, I would receive emails. People be like, "Hey, this is I'm sending over the part for the I don't know, playing with the trumpets or with the electric guitar or the harp or the flute." So I was like, "Okay, that's interesting." So you know, I had to redo the arrangement many times to make sure that all the instruments would be in it a little bit, and you know, every instrument would have their part. But it was really done step by step. It wasn't like 73 people all at the same time be like, what do we do? So that would have been like confusing, and I would probably be still on it, working on it and trying to manage it. But I think it went well because of that. It kind of came natural anyway. I love actually how the track itself is diverse, and in his arrangement, there's obviously the whole string section that delivers like the beautiful theme and you know, the song, and on top of that, there's I don't know, we've got from the electric guitar doing like a rock solo, or we've got an incredible rapper doing a spoken word section, and a choir as well, like adding you know, that sense of community with all the voices. So the tracks actually really reflects the intention that we put behind this project, and I think that, and I hope that people are enjoying it. I mean.
So if people haven't seen this and they want to check it out, where could they go to see the song and to also help raise money?
So the song is available on across all the OneOrchestra social media platforms. So mainly on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. The track can be also purchased on our website, which is www.oneorchestra.one. And as mentioned before, all the proceeds will be donated to NHS for Masks for NHS Heroes, and yeah.